like, being able to get some rest and prepare for this next round?
It's been great. 3 games in a row like that. One day between. It's tough on your body. Every game is very, very physical. Every possession is physical. So to be able to, kind of decompress a little bit and, get our bodies right, it's really going to do us well. So.
How much of an advantage is it being able to scout a little bit and watch these games heading into Monday night?
Oh, it's great. A lot of our games were 1-game scout, 2-game scout. So to have a decent amount of games, and a decent amount of time to prepare, I think we're going to be great. Especially off of 1-day turnarounds that we had, the amount of scouting, the amount of stuff we knew just off of a day. 7 days is a lot of work. So, it's a lot of work that we can do for ourselves and just be prepared for whoever we face.
Coming off a game with 6 blocks, obviously a lot of timing goes into that, a lot of just being able to be in the right place, right time. Is that a product of the scout, of you putting in the time over the 12, 13 hours you have on game day to get ready? Is it a product of just natural timing on the floor, just in the heat of the action? What's that come from?
It's a little bit of both. Who you guard, you can't beat everybody. We were playing Xavier, I was guarding Taiwan Blue, who can really shoot the ball, so, I had to kind of limit my opportunities when I was going to go help myself. But, certain games, you have certain matchups where, you know that you can kind of risk, your teammate closing out late or something, so you can go help. So just knowing kind of the scouting report and who I'm guarding and, what situations I'm in, kind of, it does help a lot.
And obviously your defensive impact's been great so far. And if that offensive impact could spark up a little bit, can heat up, do you feel like you have a ceiling with this team that you can keep breaking through?
Yeah, most definitely. I haven't had as many offensive opportunities as, somebody would like, but just making things happen, I don't need the ball in my hands to be effective. So, just knowing that I can still go score, in other ways, really helps this team a lot. But, it might be a game where, I have to be that guy to, score the ball, have the ball in my hand a little bit more, and I'm prepared for that. I work on my game a lot. I'm really confident in myself. I just know that right now my role in this team, we have 2 great scorers. We have a great point guard who leads the team. So I'm not really worried about, going to go score right now, as of now. But when it happens, I'm always prepared for my team.
6 blocks, like I mentioned. Is there like an in-the-zone feeling on defense? Obviously, there's an in-the-zone feeling when you're shooting the ball and you're hot there. Can you get hot defensively?
Yeah, I think so. You get in the groove. Just, time is just perfect. You're just timing everything and in the right place at the right time. That's a big part of it. Just having the feel for the game. And once you, start seeing how guys attacking, what they're trying to do when they get down there, you start getting the feel, you start kind of figuring things. That's kind of like the same thing on offensively. When you get in the rhythm, you're like, oh, I can score from here, I can score from there. Same thing defensively.
Which one of those 6 was your favorite from the other night? If you got the chance to watch it back on tape yet?
Yeah, definitely. I did. I watched the game like 3 times already. So I think all of them, but I think probably the one like right when Eli Manning started, and I kind of got it off the grass a little bit. We tried to do a little floater, and everybody's like, "Oh, it's Golden." And I was like, "No, I've been doing that for years." So that's kind of the funniest part. Guys are like, "Oh, he's Golden," and I'm like, it's not my first rodeo. So those probably my favorite ones.
With the fever rules, you mean?
The fever rules, and just in general, everybody was like, "Oh no, the ball's coming down," but I know I have a great instinct of reaching it at the peak, like right before it's dropped. So with guys like, "Oh no, it's go," I'm like, "Nah, I can get up there." So those are kind of my fun. The favorite ones to me is when guys really get upset, So.
You and Du have played off each other really well at both ends of the floor. What's it going to be like adding a guy like Trey Scott to that rotation and mix?
It's going to be crazy. Me and Du do a great job, when we in our roles. Trey brings the same thing and, other things too, So to be able to just have versatility, more depth is always great. You have another guy who there's no drop off. He's a great player. Plays G League. He's an excellent basketball player. So to have another guy in the front court like that, it's going to make us 10 times better. So for us, it's actually like, all right, cool. We wanted him to be here anyways. Have some things going on. We planned on him being here. Didn't happen. He's here now. 3 more games to go. So why not get better? Things get tougher. Get better.
Go ahead.
Talk about the excitement there to play with Trey. Obviously, you just gave him a lot of accomplishments there. Just talk about how excited you are to play with a guy like him and really stretch the floor with yourself and Mamadou and Trey as well.
It's great. It's great. It's like I said, it's another guy that really does exactly what me and Mamadou does. He does it at a high level too. So, you have 3 guys like that in the court that you have to worry about at all times around the basket. Making the right plays offensively. Being in the right spots offensively. Just doing whatever it takes to help the team win. At the end of the day, we're 3 games away from $1 million. So everybody's here really really locked in, really bought in. So having another guy like that does nothing but make you better, make the team better. Makes them look forward to playing even more.
You've kind of been the forward-facing view of the length on this team so far. And just watching the games, it's clear, like in the Xavier Regional at least, that you guys were arguably the longest team out there. Can you guys really feel that and feed off that when you can see that when you're playing connected defense, there's going to be a lot of deflections, a lot of blocks, as I mentioned. There's a lot of ways to get out in transition and keep the advantage going.
Yeah, definitely. We scored great in transition, getting steals and getting blocks, and forcing bad shots, long rebounds. You got Jacob and Jared who do a great job in transition. You got Troy who does a great job of feeding everybody in transition. So it's an easier game for us if we speed people up, we force turnovers, we play with energy. So that's the easiest thing for us to do to make offense easy. So it's kind of easy, both ways. You get stops, you get buckets. That's the easiest way to play the game. So you don't have to worry about too much if you can do that. So as long as we know, as long as we play with energy, keep being active, just keep making things hard for everybody. Everything else is going to take care of itself.
The other night, you guys talked about how the final play, you guys wanted to get Deshaun that shot there to try to lock in that $1,000, as he was the only one wearing the Pumas that night. You look around the gym today, you guys all got him on, so talk about that a little bit.
First, we were a little skeptical of the Pumas, but they told us, bro, these are real comfortable. So, I was like, all right, try them on, practicing them one day. I was like, I kind of like them. And then another day, I was like, yeah, I think I might ready. So it was kind of funny how it happened because, we were all really just sticking to it. Our regular shoes, and Dave was just like, try them. And I was just like, all right. And I like them. So shout out to Pruitt, Brianna Stewart, love these. So.
Are you a guy that gets superstitious at all about your shoes?
Not really. I just play basketball. I mean, I probably will start the game in my regular shoes, but just in case we do need to bring these out for the Eli Manning, we'll be prepared.
Speaking of Eli Manning, this last one for me, how would you like that? A guy who's played in a lot of different basketball, a lot of different basketball settings. Do you think that Eli Manning's a great thing for the sport? Do you think it's got a life maybe outside of TBT?
I think so. I hope so. You have to win the game. There's no foul games or nothing like that. You have to win the game. Every possession counts. So I think it really makes it interesting. You can be up 12, but everybody knows 20-5 run is possible or 30-5 run is possible. You never know what can happen. So I like the how every possession matters. Literally every single possession. Even what you think is garbage time. Those are the ones that matter the most. But you got to close the game out. So I like it. It brings extra pressure, added element to the game that sometimes you don't always get.
Awesome. Thanks, Marquez.